Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome back to WNBA Trending. I'm your host, Ava, bringing you the latest buzz, the hottest debates, and the stories shaking up the women's basketball world. Tonight, we dive into a conversation that has taken over social media, sports radio, and fan forums. Paige Bueckers or JuJu Watkins? And shockingly, many fans seem to be leaving Caitlin Clark out of the discussion for one of the WNBA's most prestigious awards. Let's break it all down. The debate started when several sports analysts and fan polls raised the question of who deserves recognition for the league's Rising Star of the Year honors, as well as early consideration for future MVP candidacy. The names at the forefront? Paige Bueckers, the sensational guard who made waves at UConn before turning pro, and JuJu Watkins, the USC phenom who has seamlessly transitioned into stardom at the professional level. For many, it was shocking not to see Caitlin Clark's name leading the conversation. After all, Clark has been the face of women's basketball for the past few years, setting records in college, driving unprecedented TV ratings, and becoming one of the most popular rookies the WNBA has ever seen. So, why are fans overlooking her in this particular award debate? Some point to the fact that Clark has battled inconsistency this season, combined with lingering injury concerns that have occasionally limited her playing time. While she remains a dynamic scorer and one of the best passers in the game, the WNBA is seeing a flood of young talent like never before. And in a league that values both production and momentum, timing is everything. Paige Bueckers, for instance, has been nothing short of spectacular. After years of battling injuries in college, she has finally put together a healthy and dominant stretch. Fans rave about her efficiency, her smooth jumper, and her leadership on the floor. Many analysts argue that Bueckers has a more polished game than Clark, especially when it comes to creating her own shot under pressure. Her defensive improvement has also caught the eye of voters who see her as a complete, two-way star. Meanwhile, JuJu Watkins has been a revelation. At such a young age, she has already shown she belongs among the league's elite. Watkins' fearlessness, athleticism, and ability to control the pace of the game have made her a fan favorite. She has recorded multiple highlight reel performances, often putting up double-doubles with ease. Her maturity and composure have left fans comparing her to legends like Tamika Catchings and Maya Moore. So when the fan debate boiled down to Bueckers or Watkins, some interpreted the omission of Clark as a statement. The league's young talent pool is deeper than ever, and Clark isn't automatically guaranteed every honor. But is this fair to Caitlin Clark? Let's not forget, Clark has been one of the most impactful rookies in league history. She's shattered attendance records for the Indiana Fever, boosted TV ratings nationwide, and drawn countless new fans to the WNBA. Her ability to hit logo threes, her creative passing, and her flair for the dramatic have elevated not just her team, but the league as a whole. Coaches and former players have rushed to her defense. Some argue that Clark's value to the league goes far beyond stats or wins. They believe that without Clark's star power, the WNBA would not be enjoying the surge of mainstream attention it's experiencing today. In their eyes, ignoring Clark in major award conversations feels like overlooking the very player who has carried the league into a new era of visibility. Still, fans are often results-driven. And in this case, the numbers favor players like Bueckers and Watkins. Paige Bueckers has maintained a shooting percentage hovering around 50%, all while playing lockdown defense. JuJu Watkins, meanwhile, has put up historic scoring numbers for a rookie, breaking records previously held by some of the league's greatest players. When asked about the debate, Caitlin Clark herself remained diplomatic. In a recent interview, she stated, "The league is in great hands. JuJu and Paige are amazing, and I love competing against them. Awards are nice, but what matters most is helping your team win." That humility has only fueled more admiration from her loyal fan base. Yet, even Clark supporters admit she has areas to improve. Turnovers and defensive lapses have sometimes cost her team crucial possessions. For voters who value complete performance, those factors might explain why she's not at the forefront of this particular award race. On the flip side, Paige Bueckers has been praised for her consistency, while JuJu Watkins has dazzled with raw production. Both players represent the future of the WNBA, alongside Clark, Angel Reese, and Kamilla Cardoso. In fact, many experts say this generation of players could define the next decade of women's basketball, creating rivalries that match or even surpass what the NBA saw with stars like Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, or LeBron James. The omission of Caitlin Clark from some fan-driven polls does not mean she's being dismissed overall. Instead, it shows just how competitive the WNBA has become. For years, fans worried about depth in women's basketball. Now, the league has a surplus of talent, making every award race unpredictable. So, what does this mean for the rest of the season? Expect fireworks. Clark, Bueckers, and Watkins will continue to push each other, and their matchups will draw massive attention. Each game feels like a statement, not just for individual awards, but for the future narrative of the WNBA. To wrap it up, fans may be disregarding Caitlin Clark for now in the Paige Bueckers versus JuJu Watkins award debate, but the bigger story is how this trio, alongside other young stars, is redefining the league. Whether it's Clark's vision, Bueckers' efficiency, or Watkins' explosiveness, women's basketball is entering a golden age. And one thing is clear, no matter who wins the awards, fans are the real winners, getting to witness this extraordinary era unfold. That's all for today's report. I'm Ava, and this has been WNBA Trending. Stay tuned for more updates, highlights, and debates from across the league. Until next time, keep the conversation going and keep supporting women's basketball.